Nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist, twist.
Back to throw. Love. He finds Coleman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mixon with a first down carry. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check. Watch 54. All right, T. Let's check. All right, T. 6 guys.
Off the play fake. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 3rd down, Love. He's going to look deep for more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's checking crap.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get off the field. Kill. Hey, flipper.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins complete to Bryant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. To throw, Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dylan Mitchell there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Off play action. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Guys, it's game situation.
On the ground, it's Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Number 33, Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Trip. You got Trip. You got 3. 82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine. What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the 27, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, here we go.
They run again on first down. Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pitching to Mixon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Off the play fake. Love. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Room here to run. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ready. 18 Gator. Pretty quiet. Check topper. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
On 1st and 10, Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Now a run with Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 39 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Rosas good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this 1st half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they sequence things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, it's Cook. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Cousins now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Play fake. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Ready.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. I got it. Say, any weapon. Any weapon. Let him.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Delta. Check. 55. Come on. Check. Go. Check. And go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Can't. General West.
Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Cousins to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 37.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing his Cousins. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
It's caught inside the 25. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
They'll run for it with Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Vikings 35, Steelers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 59 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Right there.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll pitch it. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the eye. The Steelers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Returning it is Moore. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st down, Love. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 56 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey.
On 4th down, Love. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, Cook. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Cousins here to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now Cook. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Alpha. Mark 55. Mark 55. We ain't giving up nothing today. Neo. Watch the shot. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long.